gave that up and let that go when you hired whoever, I forgot who the guy was that he hired. When you hired that hitman, all that went out the door. All that stuff down the road, I figured it out, or even you apologize, okay? You apologize. But no, because who you gonna tell him you are? I know you're not gonna use the D word and say, or the F word, because I'm not using it. I'm not gonna associate it with him. There's too many gentlemen out there that work too hard for that title to just throw that around and give that to someone after they did what they did. Yeah. So Boosie said he wanted to kill them both. Yeah. Yeah, how do you explain that? I wanted both of y'all dead. Because you have to have that conversation. So that struck a nerve with me, man. And it's just like, no, you get out, you go and do whatever it is that you want. You serve your time, that you said you would serve. And if this young man would like to speak to you, then you afford him the time to speak to him in the public setting and all this stuff. Have your conversation. If you want to talk to him a little bit more, talk to him a little bit more. But that custody stuff, nah, forget all that. Forget that. So let's get off that before, I lose my wig, tonight. But let's get into some college basketball. And the news came out about the Louisville Cardinals 2013 season, and others, but the 2013 season in particular. The NCAA had said that they have to vacate their wins and their NCAA basketball championship. So, hail to the victors! Michigan is the champ for 2013. Yep. Well, wait. No. Michigan's not the champ. No. Hell no, they ain't the champ. That's my team, the Wolverines. That hurt me that they lost to the Cardinals. But no. They wouldn't be, they vacated and the Michigan's not even the champ anyway because they don't just give it to the team that lost. It's just no one won, which is the most ridiculous thing if you're going to put that, in the record book, is that we played the game, but no one won. We played the other games, but no one won. That's ridiculous. I was just on I was just on Barbershop Sports Talk podcast yesterday, and I'm just like, what is up with these rulings like the Heisman? Reggie Bush got to give back the Heisman because of what his parents did off the field. He still ran them yards. He still made them touchdowns. He still caught them passes. We saw it. It happened. Now you can say, hey, he shouldn't have been on the team and all that would happen. That's fine. But it happened. I will always say Reggie Bush, Heisman Trophy winning running back. Since we're talking about Michigan, the Fab Five. They talked about, this whole thing with the money that Chris Webber took, and all this stuff. And they saying, Fab Five got to vacate all these wins. The game was still played. You know what? And I'm going to go somewhere here in just a second. We talked about Reggie Bush. We talked about the Fab Five. And now we're talking about the Louisville Cardinals. And if you want to vacate something, if you really want to vacate something, how about you vacate that money in your bank account and you give that back? All that money that y'all made off of selling that game that Reggie Bush was playing or selling that championship game against Vince Young. All them Fab Five, I'm telling y'all, I remember I was there. I lived it during that whole Michigan Fab Five, and I remember going to the store and seeing Chris Webber's jersey, and I wanted Jalen Rose jersey so bad. You know, a Jalen Rose jersey, his name not on the back, but you know it's Jalen Rose, and you're out there selling these jerseys. I mean, black socks. Well, who would have thought that you could just make oodles and oodles of money off of black socks? These kids did that. So if you want to start vacating stuff, vacate that money. If you want to start showing that y'all mean business and everything, you know what? Get some money back from these people, these chancellors, these deans, these people in these upper positions at these schools that knew it was going on and they didn't do anything about it because they're making money for the school and they're making money for their pockets. You know what? Get some money from them, fire these people, make an example that, look, if you get caught, you will be done. Done. Rough Buff just said it. They pimped the Fab Five. You tell exactly. You telling these kids they can't get no money, but then they right there watching you sell their stuff right in their face. How disrespectful is that? Very disrespectful. Clutch Talk Sports said, revolution is history and vacating titles is the stupidest concept of all time because this stuff still happened. I mean, look, we talked about the NCAA and this whole thing with the FBI getting involved. And they're talking about it's going to be some major schools involved, you know, in this whole thing of rerouting kids and paying, you know, assistant coaches and all this stuff. And this is going to go, you know, to some bigger schools and all this stuff. So what you going to do? You going to vacate their wins too? If Villanova is put into the mix, you're going to vacate the championship where Chris Johnson came down and whacked that thing up, man? No. I stayed up late to watch that game. You're not going to take that from me. And you shouldn't be trying to take it from these kids. If you really want to make an impact, start taxing these people in power positions and the people that are the ones that's supposed to know better. You cannot tell me that at an organization or at a school that if they're doing stuff for years, like there is nobody, like there is no rumor, like you know the loser up at Michigan State, you know, all these claims have been made, and then you know now you get to retire, you get to resign, and nothing happens. And you want to talk about vacating some wins? Man, get that out of here. Miss me with that. If you really want to do something, let the kids keep the win. Yeah, did some of these kids cheat? Yeah, you know, and all this stuff. But the adults, you know, were cheating even worse. The adults was bringing this to the kids. I mean, that's why I'm an advocate for, you know, the kids getting paid in college. I don't know how they're going to work it out, but give them something. Stop selling them on this silly dream about we're giving you a college education. Do you know how much your education costs? Not near as much as what y'all making off of me every Saturday when I take that field. Not near as much as me when I take that court and I'm flying through the air doing backflips like I'm on NBA jams. Not near as much when you're selling jerseys, which you know it's because of me. Because I'm just saying, okay, here's my thing. I'm going to go back to the Fab Five thing. You knew number 4 was Chris Webber. You knew number 5 was Jalen Rose. You knew number 25 was Juwan Howard. You know what? Go out there and try and sell a Michigan jersey, and it got the number 82 on it. And see how many basketball jerseys you sell of the number 82. That's just a random number. It has no meaning or significance to me at all. But put 82 and then put Michigan on the front and see how many people would have bought that jersey back then. Versus the number 4, number 5, or number 25. We know you know what you're doing. Your likeness. You're making money off of these football games. NCAA 2016, whatever it was. You got these kid likeness. You're using their numbers. You just don't got their name. So all I'm saying is give the money back then. If you want to vacate wins, vacate the wins. If you want to vacate the championship, vacate the championship. But you know what? Vacate that money that y'all got for those wins and those championships. Maybe they are giving them back. I haven't heard any reports about it. But if not, then that's what you need to do. Because you know what? If they're dirty, you accepted dirty money. If Big L steals something, yeah, I'm using you as an example. If Big L steals something, he give it to me. Guess what? I'm getting in trouble too for theft. And that's exactly what they doing. They stealing, and they getting away with it. So I don't want to hear anything, about, vacating no wins and everything when you played the game. Give them a nasty fine and then make some head roll at the university. And you make an example, because then that's how you deter this stuff. Then maybe people just don't turn a blind eye. Because come on now, how easy is it if you're a dean or a chancellor or a president or whatever it is that you're up there, athletic director or whatever? How easy is it to turn your head and say, I didn't see that. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But let it be something to deal with their money. Boy, they had them lawyers in there so fast. So that's what I'm just saying. Miss me with the whole, it's the dumbest thing to take away wins and championships of stuff that we saw. So 2013, the Louisville Cardinals are the NCAA champions. They beat Michigan. I watched it. It was here in Atlanta. I saw it for myself, and millions of other people saw it. And these kids got rings. I don't know if people know that, but when you win the championship in the NCAA, you get a ring. I've seen one. I know someone who won an NCAA championship, and when I say that ring, it ain't even a ring. It's a ring. I thought it was the love and hate that Radio Raheem had, on his hands, across the knuckles. That's how big that ring was. So you gonna ask for those back too? Just saying. Just ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. Vacating wins and titles. That's just crazy. Shouts out to my man Kesey that's out there in the chat room as well. Appreciate you for dropping in. I'm gonna calm down a little bit, Kesey. My man Ron is in here. He said, hey, y'all. Canada kicking USA ladies hockey butt in half an hour live tonight. So he's ready for this hockey thing. Appreciate you for dropping in, Ron. So I'm going to calm down and I'm going to take a break and then we'll come back. We're going to get on this whole Mark Cuban thing and what has come up with the Dallas Mavericks just recently. And I'll give you my take and you can actually give me your take as well. And we'll chat it up here on the Wait a Minute show with your man Jelani JB Bodie and my man Lopan. Thank you for saying something, Lopan, on the 2 Live Stews Radio Network. So we'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Vince Wright, the sports governor from the great state of Minnesota. Join the rest of us sports zombies on 2 Live Stews Radio. That's right, the boys are back. Doug, Ryan, and the rest of us, including me, the sports gov of Minnesota, Vince Wright, also known to the ladies as the Big Smooth. Keep it tuned here, that's right, 2 Live Stews Radio.
All music artists, lend me your ear. Looking for that hot beat to make your next hit? Go to farrelljaromusic.com. Tired of paying for overpriced studio time for mediocre beats? Go to farrelljaromusic.com. FaroJaroMusic.com offers industry-quality hip-hop, trap, R&B, and pop beats that will take your creativity to the next level. We know it's hard to find